Hi there, this is Zondra Evans with Zondra TV Network. And if you really want to learn how to level up your life, you should be listening to the Time to Shine Today podcast with my friend Scott Ferguson.
Time to Shine Today, Varsity Squad. It is Scott Ferguson, and we are coming into episode 96. Not trying to be too biased, but it's one of my favorite interviews. It's with my good friend Zondra Evans with Zondra TV, and she is going to blow your mind with the knowledge nuggets that she's about to drop on you about being courageously intentional, about being a great leader, about just showing up every day. She has a small business platform to get into streaming, which you really need to start looking into, that's very, very affordable. So sit back, relax, try to take as many notes as I did during the interview because I have pages upon pages of notes. So without further ado, here's my good friend, Zondra Evans from Zondra TV. Enjoy. Hey, time to shine today, Varsity Squad. It's Scott Ferguson, and I am super stoked, super privy to have my good friend Zondra. She is Zondra TV. This lady helps small businesses at an affordable value get known, get noticed, get out there on the platforms that you want to be seen on. Zondra has over 40 years of corporate experience as a talk show host and executive producer of Real Biz Talk with Zondra, a global TV platform to showcase small businesses on Roku, BizVod, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Chromecast, Comcast Cable, and several other networking platforms. That's some serious cred right there. She's the host and executive producer for an unscripted talk show called Fireside Chat with Zondra. Can't wait for my appearance. As founder and owner of Zeds Corp, Zondra TV Network, her goal is to provide an affordable, hear that people, affordable global media exposure experience for small businesses. Her motto is be heard, be seen, and grow. Zondra is a motivational speaker and is known for revitalizing messages, which makes her the inspired choice for memorable and entertaining seminars, lunches, and partner programs. She's a captivating, compelling force in the platform, arming her audience with current, creative, and practical ideas for increasing leadership skills and personal growth. She is an author, certified self-investment coach, and strategist, helping people navigate the terse waters of their personal and professional journey. Whew, I'm out of breath. That's fantastic. She is a rock star. And guess what, people? You get basically a free masterclass with my friend Zondra. So Zondra, please come on, introduce yourself to the Time to Shine Today squad. But first, what is your favorite color and why?
I think it's royal blue. I like royal blue.
Love it. Love it. Well, you're kind of royalty.
I know, and I was just saying, because I feel like I'm royalty. I love royal blue and purple. So those are my two favorite colors.
Purple is regal. It's like you look good in both of them. They're both in your color wheel, so which is fantastic. Fantastic. So, Dr. Hazy, tell me your origins story to get up to where you're at right now. I mean, you're a rock star. You're an all-star. You have people out there say they have Roku channels and they have this, but you have one, like a real one. So can you give us the origin start and then kind of get us to where you're at now?
Yeah, I to be really honest, Scott, I mean, I had to just, be fully transparent. I After 40 years in corporate America, and I call it the golden handshake. I got the golden handshake. I got laid off for the first time in my life. And I was skipping through the hallways, probably because I had an exit strategy. So I just blew the dust off it and started executing. But I want to let you know that exit strategy really wasn't media and TV. It was really to be on larger stages, doing my motivational speaking. I wanted to return to that after my corporate journey. So really, that's where it all started. I did not know that I would hire a media coach and PR agent that was booking me on TV and radio, and they loved me so much. They kept asking me to come back, come back, come back. When I looked at my exposure, it was probably somewhere between $20,000 to $25,000 worth, and I paid zero for it because they loved my story. I didn't expect to own a TV channel, but when the momentum started, kind of happening, I just grabbed hold and said, okay, this is my journey. I'm going to accept the call. And I did and started building my own network.
I love that. And so you got that golden handshake, which, fortunately I've never had to go through. My last handshake was in the military, right into entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
But that golden handshake was just basically like good luck and the foot in the butt kind of, you know, experience. So you have family, what did they think about you kind of walking away from you're paid well. We'll just say that. But
Yeah.
walking away from that and starting something that you wanted to be a motivational speaker, but then like into where you're at now, were they supportive?
You know what? My children, my story is, Scott, I don't have any immediate family. My mother, father, brothers, and sisters are all gone. So it's
I'm
just
sorry.
me. So my children are very supportive. And so they were like, Mom, you could do this, go for it, go for it. And then I had an awesome team around me that was basically saying, strike while the iron is hot, Zondra. People are loving you. You can go ahead and put this together. And that's what I did. Now, it took some time and it took a lot of money. And now, from the money part, my kids would always tell me, Mom, you know that you're an entrepreneur. You can't spend up all your money on developing this. But I made the strategic decision to engage and to invest in myself. And then today, here I am, with a TV network with multiple different types of TV shows and bringing new producers every day.
And it's a legit network. You're not just somebody that's on somebody else's network. This is your network. Am I saying that correctly?
I am on, this is my own network.
Okay.
I think I'm a little bit fortunate because I'm on my own network. So you can download my channel on Roku, but I'm also in collaboration and partnership with so many others that I'm also on their networks as well.
Wow.
So it's a total of about 7 different networks
Yeah,
that
so
I'm
you're
on.
cross-platforming, as we
Yeah,
call it,
so
and
I'm
you're
I'm on
everywhere.
BizPod, Roku, I'm on Rewind Roku, I'm on my own. I have my own channel and network. So it just gives me a really huge reach.
And so you have a team under you that is working to serve what you're able to make it better for you to serve others at the utmost. What makes a great leader to you?
You know what? I still stand by this principle. I actually don't ask anyone to do anything I haven't done or wouldn't do. So that to me, that sums up my leadership. If I say that we're going to work on Saturday, then I'm going to be there on Saturday. Not because I don't trust them, but because I want to show them that I'm willing to roll up my sleeves and do whatever it takes in order for success. And the same for their businesses, because many of the people that work with me have their own business. So then I support their business. Like, what is it that you need me to do to help elevate your brand? I'm willing to do that.
Well, so while you're getting this up and running, like my listeners here, they want to hear about the fail. What was the one fail forward that stands out in your mind that really shaped you even to be even more leveling up? What was that one fail?
Yeah, my fail forward. I'm gonna be honest with you. So the first Roku channel I was offered, I paid for it, and they taught me nothing. They took my money, and I was left out in the wind to learn what streaming TV was really about. They
Right.
had promised me that they were going to teach me, and help me understand this infrastructure, and they didn't. So I ended up being taught, God was my teacher,
Yep.
teaching myself, and then really um, networking with people that have been in media, maybe not streaming, to help me navigate the journey. And one of my coaches actually was a PR manager here in Dallas for like 35 years.
Right.
And she took me on right away. So, yeah, I bought a channel. My first channel that I bought,
Mhm.
it failed. I didn't know what to do. So,
But you've been resourceful, so you found the resources to help you, pick yourself up, bite down in your mouth guard. We use a lot of sport metaphors here in Time to Shine today, but in push forward, that's fantastic. So when you bring people into the Zondra TV network family, are you teaching them as you go along? Or are you just taking it and running and just collaborating with them? How does it really work with you guys?
That's a really good question. When so many people started coming to me going, I want a show on your channel, I didn't even have the channel built at that time. And so there were at least 10 folks that came to me. And I was like, well, if they're coming to me wanting a show on their channel, the right thing for me to do is to build an educational portal. So I developed the ZTV Media and TV Incubator. And everybody that wants to be a producer goes through the incubator for 12 months. Now, during that 12 months, we're producing your shows, but I'm teaching them how to posture and be a producer in streaming TV, and at the same time, how to monetize their content.
Wow, that's amazing. So not only are they giving you the reins to help guide them in the right direction, but you're educating them through your incubator as well. That's fantastic. So if I'm out, we're almost out to where we can get out networking again, pressing some flesh, meeting with people. If I'm talking with somebody, how will they know if they were a good, prospect, contact, connection, or someone to refer to Zondra TV Network?
Yeah, people that understand. I mean, let's take the pandemic. I think I've been busier than I've ever been during the pandemic because people now realize that streaming technology, the digital market, the entire world is ingesting information through streaming. And of course, you could think about all of the social platforms, but for someone that really wants to grow their business differentially and be able to have a subscription model to be able to sell to their clients, streaming TV is right for you. Totally, 100% right for you. But you got to want to grow. I mean, beyond social platform, because social platform gives you a little bit of something, right?
Right.
It does. You could have groups in social platforms, but where can you actually charge a minimal subscription fee and make tons of money in residual income? So if you're interested in residual income and growing your business, then streaming is for you.
And like I've been asking people on this because, folks that are out there listening, we're probably, by the time this podcast episode drops, we'll probably be kind of really out into phase 2 and phase 3, but we're kind of working our way through the phase 1 and we're in day like 9,270 of quarantine. What do you really see with regards to it going on? Do you think people are going to go out to their old ways of networking, or do you think this Zoom and streaming and stuff like that are going to kind of have a place to stay? Because I feel it's here to stay because people are finding the advantages with it. But what's your thoughts, Z?
Yeah, I think it's here to stay. And I think we need to kind of shift our mindset.
Sure.
I really believe that it's here to stay. And so do I think that there may be some gatherings here and there? Potentially, but I think that's in 2021.
Sure.
So I believe that in 2020, we have to become smart and wise as small business owners and understand the power of digital marketing, digital advertisement. Absolutely. All of that works together. Because I mean, streaming TV is one piece of digital marketing, but really there's another piece that's
you handle
targeting. That's
right.
Very important. Yeah.
That's amazing. So Z, let's get in our DeLorean. Let's hop in there with Marty McFly. Okay, that little Back to the Future. Let's go back to the 22-year-old Zondra. What kind of knowledge nuggets are you dropping on her to help her level up?
Well, I tell you what, the 22-year-old, like I'm like, I got to go back a little ways. But if I had to drop knowledge nuggets, and I do every day to people that are in their 20s, people that are in their 30s, the knowledge nuggets is there are a couple of things that you need to know, and you need to know this well before you do anything. And that is, who you are. And the second question is why you're here. I think getting the answer to those two questions help you develop the right what in your business. You got to know that. People are thinking I could just level up and be like X or be like Y. That's not true. I mean, I'm leveled up, but I'm not like Oprah.
Not yet. Not yet.
Come on now. But I'm just saying,
Come on,
I'm not like her because my unique talents and capability is something different. And so we have to be able to embrace our difference and know who we are and why we're here in order to really develop the right way.
I love
that. This just fell in place with me. And at 22, I think that's what people should be figuring out. Who are you? Why are you here? And then develop the right what around that.
That's fantastic. That's out phenomenal. I wrote that down. Ask yourself who you are and why you're here. I got lots of notes there. Okay, so you have accomplished in a relatively short amount of time. I mean, you try to throw out there a little bit innuendo about your age, but if people are going to be watching this, no way. I mean, for her to even say she's 40 years of corporate experience, I don't even know how that's possible. So that's my, anyways. What is the big thing that Zondra wants to accomplish in life?
My BIG thing is all around legacy. What I want to accomplish is that, in my latter days, I want to be known as a woman that was on a personal crusade to level the playing field for small business. That's what I'm doing. This is legacy work for me. I want to be known for being someone that sacrificed for small business in order to level the playing field. That's what I
Wow,
want to be known.
that is strong. So that just really kind of goes into the next question I was going to ask you is, okay, so we here at Time to Shine today, my subscribers, my listeners, we all talk about the dash and we're always posting about our dash and okay, how do you want to be remembered within that dash, the life date and the death date, that dash that's in between the two? So I think you just answered it with a legacy to level the playing field for small businesses and help them level up. So I didn't even have to ask that question, but it's a question I'd like to ask of people. If there's anything you want to add to it, please do.
Well, you know what? I love that you said the dash. One of my signature speeches is called the dash because I think there's so much power in the dash.
Oh, yeah.
It's really not when you were born. It's really not when you expire. It's really the dash. Like, what do you do that differentially sets you apart from the rest of the people in the world?
Right.
And everybody can do something that sets you apart. But here's the thing, most of us are not courageously intentional. You could be intentional every day, but being courageously intentional is stepping out into uncharted territory and uncharted waters. And so I want to be known. That's my dash, is stepping out into uncharted territory, uncharted waters, to be able to really create something powerful that the world will remember me by.
That's fantastic. That's amazing. And you're doing just that, and you're helping people and serving. You're doing that in your journey in that dash by serving people. That's fantastic. Is there when you're meeting with a new prospective client, is there any good question that you wish they would ask you?
Well, I have so many different types of clients, so that's kind of a hard question. But let's say that it is a client that wants to become a producer and produce their own show. I think the best question that they could ask me is really about monetization.
Mm-hmm.
And because I think people think they'll come into streaming potentially and become millionaires overnight. It's not that you couldn't, but it really doesn't work that way. And so I like to be fully transparent.
Right.
In fact, I do my incubator kickoff presentation talks about this is not a get rich quick scheme, but it is absolutely a strategy for the early adopters, because the people that early adopt streaming will be the millionaires.
Absolutely. It will be, and they will be. It's funny when I actually got into the podcasting thing, I was thinking, oh man, I can really, because I leverage my list. I've over, like, all my listeners, thank you so much, over 50,000 people out there. And then I thought, well, this is just, the podcast is just going to really just blow it up to the next level. But there's work that goes on to it to modernize. And that's what Zondra TV kind of comes to help you leverage that. And thank you for doing that. So tell me something that's blown your mind, something that's just really, you just sit back and go, damn, or, just really blown your mind.
Oh, I get, my mind gets blown on a regular basis. Well, I tell you, it's something that's happening this Friday that just blew my mind. So let me just tell you.
Yes, please.
This Friday, May 15th, I'm going to be able to share the stage with Sharon Lexer.
Oh, no. Really?
Who wrote Think and Grow Rich for Women.
Yeah.
And we're doing a program called Assets Are Sexy.
What?
And so when I was given the opportunity, I was like, absolutely, because you know what? My asset my asset in streaming TV is absolutely sexy. And the people that really want to get engaged and
Mm.
really be an early adopter, you too will have a sexy asset. So yeah, I'm gonna be on stage with her, virtual stage, of course. I'm in the panel discussion and I'm a key
Nice.
sponsor for Assets of Sexy. So that blew my mind because really, I'm gonna get to share the stage. And so that
Right.
was awesome.
Yeah, Sharon's amazing. I've been to like seminars she put on, and I believe she wrote "Loopholes of the Rich," one of the purple books, or
Yeah,
Saki,
yeah.
which actually saved my arse back in probably the mid 2000s with some of the stuff knowledge nuggets that she dropped in that book. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. So,
Thank you.
what's Zondra's definition of a life well lived?
A life well lived, it goes back to my legacy again. A life well lived is that I show up and I serve the world the genuine, authentic me.
Love it.
Not some days, but every day. And I think that that is a decision and a choice that all of us can make every single day. Life circumstances really doesn't define me. It only creates depth in my character. And so every single day, my goal is to show up, serve the authentic me, and at the same time help other people to live the life that they deserve.
Love
I
it.
mean, there's nothing more fulfilling than that. It's
Isn't it?
really not about money.
Right.
It's just that's it. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah,
it doesn't
absolutely.
get better than that.
Yeah, it just see the look in other people's faces or the vibe that they're putting off when they notice like what you're helping them with is working. It's amazing. And Zondra, we're going to move into, as we wind things down just a little bit, we're going to move into our what I call our level up lightning round. I'm going to ask
Okay.
you 5 or 6 questions. You and I could talk for 15, 20 minutes on each question, but you got 5 seconds. Like first thing that pops
Okay.
in the top of your head.
All right.
All right, you ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
What's the best leveling up advice you've ever received?
Oh, done is better than none.
Done is, I'm writing that down. We got to pause for some, is better.
Done is better than none.
Better than none. Beautiful. What's one of,
Yeah.
share with us one of your personal habits that contributes to your success.
Oh, prayer.
Love it. Love it. Not the book that you wrote, not the book that you're reading, not the flavor of the week. What's that go-to book that if you met me and I'm just like, you want to lift me up, what's the book you hand me?
Oh, God, that is so hard.
I know.
I don't know, because I'm just so enthralled with this book, The Lemonade Stand,
Ooh,
because
okay.
there's so much encouragement in this book called The Lemonade Stand.
Love it. I've heard of it. I haven't read it, but I love it. What is your most commonly used emoji when you're texting somebody?
Probably, I don't know, it's probably the little kiss.
Okay, very cool. If you could be one age
Yeah.
for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Wow, that's a good one. I'd like to be the age I am right now, experiencing what I'm experiencing. So I'm cool to be 61.
Love it. Oh, you
I could
said
stay
it. I
61
love it.
for
You
the rest
look
of my life. I'd be okay
beautiful.
with it.
You carry it. Awesome. Hey, what's your favorite charity and or organization you like to support or give your time or money to?
Yeah, there's a couple of women organizations that I really love supporting. One is called Dress for Success,
Okay.
where you are able to give, garments to help women to get back up on the feet. That would be one of
That's great.
them.
That's fantastic. And last question, what is the best decade of music? 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s?
You know I'm gonna say the 70s.
There you go. You're such a
The
mix.
70s was the best.
Yes, there's such a mix between the two. You know, that you can bring in disco, you can bring rock and roll, you know, everything. So that we would definitely hang out anytime. So Dr. Zondra, I call you Dr. Zondra, but Z, how can we find you?
Oh, well, very easy. You can check out me at zondratv.com, Zondra.com, TV.com, and see episodes of shows. You can get a discovery call there. You can schedule to be on TV. So zondratv.com.
I love it. And Zondra, and although will be in the show notes, as well as all of her social media, everything will be in the show notes, my listeners. So Zondra, do us one last favor. Please leave us with one last knowledge nugget that you want us to take with us and internalize.
My last nugget is how you respond dictates how you recover. And so the reason why I'm giving that nugget today is because how we respond to this pandemic actually really will dictate your recovery. And most of us want to land on our feet and be able to move forward, but it is going to take you being courageously intentional to try something different. And you must enter into the digital space. And so how we respond dictates how we recover.
I love that. And all my time to shine today, Varsity Squad, that is tuned in and we're lucky enough to get these knowledge nuggets dropped onto you by my good friend Zondra, who will never ask anybody to do anything she wouldn't do. She gets in the trenches with them. She shows up, works with her people. When she works with new clients, she gets them educated in her incubator system. When you're out and about in your lifetime, or if you're stuck, rewind back, actually ask yourself who you are and why you're here. Her really wants to level the playing field for small businesses. That's a legacy that she's going to be leaving behind because she's courageously intentional. This awesome lady is going to be sharing the stage with Sharon Lecter. Yay. And show up and serve the world genuinely. And then that's a fantastic knowledge nugget right there. But one of my last one I'm going to drop on you people that I picked up here is done is better than none. And that is fantastic. So take action, move forward, and complete it. So Dr. Zondra is somebody that if anybody's out there that's looking for assistance in leveling up their business, taking it to the next level in the streaming world, producing world, please get in touch with Dr. Zondra. She's very humble. She's very healthy. She's very driven. She's very wealthy. And she's always leveling up all aspects of her life. And Doc and Z, we're so happy to have you aboard. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much, Scott. It was great.
Talk soon. Thank you.
Hey, thanks so much for listening to this episode of Time to Shine Today podcast. Proudly brought to you by Sutter & Nugent Real Estate Excellence, who can be reached at 561-249-7266 and online at www.sutterandnugent.com. If you're a business owner or professional who would like to be interviewed on Time to Shine Today, please visit timetoshinetoday.com/guest. If you like this episode, please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. There's a link in the show notes to our website. Also there, you will see our recommended resources. We hope that you will support our show by supporting them. If you like what you've been listening to, it'd be great if you could just give us a 5-star rating and tell your friends how to subscribe while you're at it. I'm your host, Scott Ferguson, and until next time, let's level up. It's our time to shine.